Hello, hello, hello. Oh man, we live. Okay, let me make sure. Let me click on this stuff. Us we live? We is. See, how do I get my picture, bro? That's what I want. I want my picture. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I really gotta figure that out. But all right. All right. All right, so we gonna pop out of here. Oh yeah, right. One more thing. Share thy screen. Share my screen. Okay, no, not that one. Black window. Shoot. Where are we again? There we go. Um, I would say we having technical difficulties, but I'm just slow. It's on your screen. Damn it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, wow. Okay, that's not it. Come on, I had it. What's it going? Come on. Here we go. Creepy shit. All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Dragon Ball. We gonna minimize all my other shit. Come on. Yes. Pause it. All right, I think we're good. Get on my goddamn nerves. Okay, let me. All right, going on, everybody. Everybody, what's going on? It still won't let me see that from this side, and I'm confused. That's what I'm confused about. I was able to see this before. Is this because it's might be a different browser? Stupid. Oh man, we're already like 3:30 in. All right, you go skip this, but we gonna stay alive, right? We're gonna stay on live. Paste and go. All right, we're gonna try this again. No, I can't zoom in this. All right, I think that's good. Share. Stop screen share. We're gonna screen share again. We're gonna screen share again. Voila. All right. Well, that didn't get what I intended, but we're gonna go with it. All right. What's going on, everybody? Super Goshen back. It's been a few days. I do apologize. I procrastinate. But we gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I saw somebody post this link on Facebook, and it goes to CIA.gov. So mysterious stuff. They're talking about astral projection or some shit like that, right? So I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully I don't get the boys gonna be in my butt with a goddamn microscope. Who's this motherfucker? So I wanted to read this. I'm not sure if this is true or not. I'm not sure how much of this is forged or whatever. But hey, we gonna read it anyway because it seems interesting. Without further ado, again, I'll post a link to this in the description, and over the next my next few videos is gonna be reading this. See if I can get through all of it. It's 29 pages, but it's 29 pages of interesting stuff. So let's go ahead and do it. They got the whole stamp by the Department of Defense for these United States of America. Let me see. Approved for release 2003, but this is dated 1983. So they wanted to wait 20 years to release this. Why? Why y'all want to wait 20 years to release stuff? So that means they got experiments and stuff like that that they started in 83 and they ain't released until, I mean, 2000. They just releasing. And they probably linked in it. But regardless, subject analysis and assessment of gateway process. Keep that in mind. To Commander, U.S. Army Operational Group, Fort Meade. Ooh, Maryland. Mm, I guess. I don't wonder who's. We gonna look. Let me see. Commander. Interesting. That's probably super secret. All right. So one, you task. My vocabulary ain't the best, y'all. You tasked me to provide an assessment of the gateway experience in terms of its mechanics and ultimate practicality. As I set out to fulfill that task, it soon became clear that in order to assess the validity and practicality of the process, I needed to do enough supporting research and analysis to fully understand how and why the process works. Frankly, sir, that proved to be an extremely involved and difficult business. Initially, based on conversations with the physician who took the gateway training with me, I had recourse to the biomedical models developed by Itzhak Bentov. Confident I pronounced that wrong. Um, that should be highlighted. I'm gonna highlight that. Look into who that is. Regardless, um, sorry, I'm gonna start the sentence over again. Initially, based on conversations with the physician who took the gateway training with me, I had recourse to the biomedical models developed by Itzhak Bentov to obtain information concerning the physical aspects of the process. Then I found it necessary to delve into various sources of information concerning quantum mechanics in order to be able to describe the nature and functioning of human consciousness. Interesting. You need to look into quantum mechanics to understand the functioning of human consciousness. Interesting. That's linked in some way. All right. I had to be able to construct a scientifically valid and reasonably lucid model of how consciousness functions under the influence of the brain hemisphere synchronization technique employed by Gateway. Once this was done, the next step involved recourse to theoretical physics in order to explain the character of the time-space dimension and the means by which expanded human consciousness transcends it in achieving Gateway's objectives. I didn't even understand that. Once this was done, the next step involved recourse to theoretical physics in order to explain the character of the time-space dimension and the means by which expanded human consciousness transcends it in achieving Gateway's objectives. Goodness, I'm going to have to break that down. All right, finally, I began. Finally, I again found it necessary to use physics to bring the whole phenomenon out of body states into the language of physical science to remove the stigma of its occult connotations and put it in a frame of reference suited to objective assessment. Use physics to bring the whole phenomenon of out of body states into the language of physical science. You had to bridge those worlds. That's what that sounds like. You pretty much sounds like you had to translate that shit. What are some of these practices and whatever mean, I guess, in the physical world as opposed to the occult world, I guess. My best guess. I'm trying to build bridges. But hey, wrong on usual. That's interesting though. That's cool. Okay, number two, I began a narrative by briefly profiling the fundamental biomedical factors affecting such related techniques as hypnosis, biofeedback, and transcendental meditation, so that their objectives and mode of functioning could be compared in the reader's mind with the gateway experience as a model of its underlying mechanics was developed. Additionally, that introductory material is useful in supporting the conclusions of the paper. I indicate that at times these related techniques may provide useful entry points to accelerate movement into the gateway experience. Okay. Niels Bohr, the renowned physicist, once responded to his son's complaints about the obtuse nature of certain concepts in physics by saying, "You are not thinking, you are merely being logical." The physics of altered human consciousness deals with some conceptualizations that are not easily grasped or visualized exclusively in the context of ordinary left brain linear thinking. So to borrow Dr. Bohr's mode of expression, parts of this paper will require not only logic but a touch of right brain intuitive insight to achieve a complete comfortable grasp of the concepts involved. Nevertheless, once that is done, I am confident that their construction and application will stand up to the test of rational critique. You are not thinking, you are merely being logical. The difference between a human brain and a computer? I don't know why I'm trying to understand, trying to even try to understand half this stuff. I can barely read this. This is amazing though. Interesting. All right, four. Paradoxically, confidence. Fuck, I messed that up. But having paradoxically, having gone to such great lengths to avoid trying to render judgments based on an occult or dogmatic frame of reference, in the end, I found it necessary to return at least briefly to the question of the impact of the gateway experience on common belief systems. I did so because, although it was essential to avoid attempting to render an assessment in the context of such systems, I felt that it was necessary after having completed the analysis to point out that the resulting conclusions do not do any violence to the fundamental mainstream of either Eastern or Western belief systems. Unless that point is clearly established, the danger exists that some people will reject the whole concept of the gateway experience in the mistaken belief that it contradicts and is therefore alien to all that they hold to be right and true. I did so because, although it was essential to avoid attempting to render assessment in the context of such systems, I felt that it was necessary, after having completed the analysis, to point out that the resulting conclusions do not in any violence to the fundamental mainstream of either Eastern or Western belief systems. I think I understand where he's going with that. Again, I think it goes to he's pretty much trying to explain all the spiritual stuff in a physical way. And just because he's explaining it in a physical way, I guess in a physical realm, it doesn't mean that it diminishes, or I think what he put it as, do any violence to the actual belief systems or the concepts from the spiritual of Eastern and Western beliefs. I think it's just, all right, explaining explaining the phenomenon in a physical way. Science. Just because we can explain it, I think he's saying pretty much just because we can explain it with science, that don't take away the spiritual connection to it. I think in some ballpark. That sounds like what that means. And generally speaking, I wonder how close I am. I wonder if I'm in the right direction. And regardless, I need to stop going on tangents, guys. Sorry. How far are we in here? Oh wow, we're actually 16 minutes, and I'm only on page 2. Oh boy, this is gonna be. I need to stop. I need to stop. All right, 5. This study is certainly not designed to be the last word on the subject, but I hope that the validity of this basic structure and of the fundamental concepts upon which it is based will not make it a useful guide for other USA INSCOM personnel who are required to take gateway training or work with gateway materials. Read the subject and I hope the validity. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. Ooh, who signed that? Ooh, signed by Wayne M. McDonald, Lieutenant Colonel. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna I'm gonna stop here because it's like a new section. The gateway experience, brain hemisphere synchronization and perspective. Man, so I'm like I said, I'm gonna stop here. There's some cool stuff. There's some cool stuff. Like I said, mysterious. Ooh. I'm gonna be back later to read some more stuff. Man, I need to read this with some science people, so he can break down half this stuff. Oh, sounds fun. Okay, your boy's out. Nana nana.